All right, I want to do a series of just side dishes. We're going to use this for Thanksgiving, but it's a great side dish for a weeknight meal as well because it really doesn't take that long to prepare. I already have cut up one head of a cauliflower and one probably medium to small size sweet potato with the skin still on. And I put them on the sheet tray lined with foil because we like easy cleanup. I drizzled it with maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil and then sprinkled it with some salt. And again, I'm using the Pod and Bean Everyday Blend. As you can see, this one's almost empty, and this is my second bottle in probably 3 months. I use this a lot, use it for everything, along with the garden blend. And I sprinkled that on it. Preheated the oven to 450, and I'm going to throw these in, and it may take 15 or 20 minutes, but I'm going to throw these in the oven to roast. Now, while the cauliflower and sweet potato are roasting in the oven, I want to make the sauce, and this is actually a Cherry Habanero Cauliflower. And I'm going to put all the ingredients in a saucepan, then we'll take it over to the stove and we'll bring it all to a boil. But I'm going to add in about a 1/4 cup of coconut amino acids. This recipe is definitely gluten-free as well. And we're using the coconut aminos, which is a lot like a soy sauce. It has a really nice flavor. We'll add that. We're going to add just about maybe a 1/4 cup, a little bit less I think, of maple syrup. I'm using Joseph's sugar-free syrup. Scrape that in here. Okay, then I want to add a couple of tablespoons of the Pod and Bean Cherry Habanero sauce. This is a little bit on the heat side. It has sugar, it has cherries, pomegranate juice, mango, white chocolate, some cocoa butter, and a few other things in it, but the primary thing is the cherry, the mango, and the pomegranate. You can see the big pieces of cherry that are in here. And this is what's going to give us our heat to this. So I'm going to add, I think I'll just go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of this. And I'm going to add the juice of half of a lemon. Squeeze that right in. You can also add like a tablespoon of bourbon if you wanted to this, but I'm not going to add any alcohol to it. And I'm going to whisk this up a little bit, and then I'm going to put in some arrowroot, which is a thickener, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of that, so that will thicken our sauce up as it cools. You could use cornstarch too if you wanted to. All right, I'm going to take this over to the stove, and we're going to bring it to a boil. Okay, so I brought the Cherry Habanero sauce to a boil. You can see it got nice and thick. I was whisking it as it was coming to a boil. Now that it's at a boil, I'm actually just going to go ahead and turn the fire off, and we'll just let it sit here until our cauliflower and sweet potatoes are done in about another 12 minutes. All right, well, 450 degrees, 20 minutes, and our vegetables are perfectly roasted. They're all very tender, and if you can see, we've even got some nice caramelization on some of the cauliflower. I'm going to throw it all in here. If you don't like sweet potatoes, you could use just cauliflower. You could use some Brussels sprouts. You could use squash, whatever you would like. Like I said, definitely just use the cauliflower. Finish scooping all of this in our pretty serving bowl. Last little bit here. And then we've got our sauce. I showed you it was all nice and thick. Has a little bit of a spice to it. If you want less, only use 2 tablespoons of the cherry habanero. If you want more, you can obviously always add more of the cherry habanero. You can also add red pepper flakes to the top of this. You can sprinkle, once we've got it all stirred up, you can sprinkle the top of it with some nice chopped up herbs, some parsley, cilantro. Give it a really nice little pretty green color. And there you go. We have this all ready to go and ready to eat. And counting the time to cut up the vegetables, maybe 30 minutes total, but you could also buy the vegetables already cut up for you if you wanted to. So there you have it. There's the first in our side series. We'll be doing some roasted Brussels sprouts next.